A bloodthirsty swarm of terror. Now, 5 people brought together by fate will confront their worst nightmares.
Sucking
Rotten
little.
pumpkins, I invoke the Pumpkin King.
Whack. Mosquito is a 1994 movie directed by Gary Jones, and this movie stars Gunnar Hansen. He's a co-star, but if anybody knows who Gunnar Hansen is, it's this guy. That is Leatherface from the 1974 movie The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know what to make of this movie, and it's from 1994. So in 1994, a movie like this, Mosquito, it is a big bug horror movie, survival fest, insane props. But this movie, its competition, what was out around that time? Jurassic Park. The mosquitoes in Jurassic Park were tiny and embedded in ember. The mosquitoes in this movie are about the size of a Great Dane, and they're going after everything. I love creature feature movies, and this one popped up. The thing is, I watched it last night, and I was by myself. That was a big mistake. This movie is not a movie you can watch by yourself. If you guys do want to go into this movie, go into it with friends, have some pizza, maybe some drinks, sit there and make fun of it, laugh your ass off, have a good time with it. It is that kind of movie. If you are by yourself and you watch this movie, you are slowly going to fall asleep. At least that's what I did. I actually dozed off 3 or 4 times watching this movie. It is 2 hours long. That is a long time for a low budget B creature feature movie. This movie should have been an hour and 10 minutes, but it stretched it to 2 hours. But this movie was 2 hours, and I found myself getting bored. This is the gist of the movie. It starts off in outer space. There's a spaceship. It looks like a Lego spaceship, and something pops off of the spaceship. Oh, what is this? Is this aliens? Is this like, you can see Earth in the background. So is this an Earth-based ship that's in orbit? We have no idea. This is how the movie starts. This little piece pops off the spaceship and it goes to Earth and it crashes through the atmosphere. Looks like a meteor. Lands in an American park. And it lands, well, I guess it was like a creek or a swamp or a river or something. It makes a splashdown. Next thing you know, this couple is driving down the road through a national park, a guy and a girl, young couple. Smash! One of these German Shepherd Rottweiler-sized mosquitoes smashes into the front of their car, ruptures the radiator. They get out. What is this? What is this? They look at the bug on the road. She says, "Oh, I recognize this. This is," I think she labels off its Latin name, a mosquito's Latin name. The guy's like, "No way, that's not a mosquito." She works for a campground, the park system. So apparently she's an aficionado with mosquitoes. So this is the beginning of the movie. Next thing you know, we're in a park. There's campers. They're getting attacked by swarms of giant Rottweiler-sized mosquitoes. And that is funny. This was very entertaining. So it's like a creature feature in a park. There's campers. You know, we've got kind of the 80s vibe going on here with murders in the woods and tents and camping, giant mosquitoes, creatures. This young couple runs into a guy who was looking for a meteor. And because this meteor turns out to be whatever popped off the aircraft. Anyway, they team up and then they end up meeting a group of camouflaged bank robbers who are strange. And this is where Gunnar Hansen makes his appearance. Gunnar Hansen, he is the Leatherface. And what's kind of cool in this, they give him a chainsaw at one point, and he kind of waves it around like he did in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974. Kind of cool. A nice little Easter egg there. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but that is the gist of this movie. So let's go with what I liked. Okay, for the good. The first 45 minutes of the movie were funny. It was hysterical. These ridiculous, giant, Great Dane sized, and yes, I've used several different dog breeds to describe these mosquitoes. The props, the special effects were wonderful. There's giant, they're kind of realistic mosquitoes that they made. Props to special effects on this movie. They did some stop motion with these mosquitoes that looked really cool. The first 45 minutes were great. Special effects were great. The acting was horrible. This is about as bad as acting can get in a movie. There was one guy, the boyfriend in the car, his acting was okay. He was trying to be an actor, but everybody else, oh my gosh, watch the movie. It's so funny. It's going to be great to have a drink with a friend or friends and a slice of pizza and watch this movie and laugh at the acting. So I did like those aspects of the movie. What else did I like? That's about it. Now let's go to what I didn't like. See, now this is a tough one. On a movie like this that doesn't take itself seriously, how do you rip it apart when it didn't take itself seriously? They made this movie essentially to be bad. So it didn't try to be good. It was a bad movie that knew it was bad, but was okay and at peace with it being bad. So I didn't like that it was stretched out for 2 hours. It was way too long. This movie should have been an hour and 15 minutes. Maybe an hour and 20 minutes max. Yeah, that's what I did not like about the movie. The plot was fun. We could have had a little bit more definition regarding, this alien craft that's above Earth, that this thing popped off. What was that? Were those like some aliens? Were they mosquitoes trying to infest Earth? We just don't know. Doesn't really matter. It's a bad movie, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and rate this movie with our scale. First, we have jump scares. So for jump scares, I am going to give this movie a 2 out of 5. They didn't try to scare you. And if they did, it was a laughable attempt. So a 2 for jump scares. Now for the nightmare fuel, our disturbance factor. Is this movie disturbing? No. We're going to give this one a 1 because it's so laughable. It's really laughable. They tried to make some disturbing scenes and they're funny. The special effects are hilarious. The special effects are hilarious with the gore that they tried. Now, for our pumpkin meter, is it a totally rotten pumpkin? It's not, because there was something charming about this terrible movie. So I'm going to give this movie a 2. It could have been a 3 if it wasn't so long, but because it was stretched out for so long, it put me to sleep. So I'll give it a 2. Had I watched it with friends, it may have even been a 3. But yeah, it's a solid 2 pumpkins. So that's it. So if you guys want to check this movie out, do it with a group of friends and some pizza, or maybe some chicken wings, whatever you like. Guys, give me a like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Hit that bell notification so you can get notified when a new video pops.
Rotten pumpkins, I invoke the
Pumpkin
Pumpkin
King is out.
King.